I need shade again. Alright, so back to Mount Freeze, and since we're not running away, we can recruit Pokemon in here now. And this is still a pretty difficult dungeon, so gotta watch my health. And because hail has a chance of occurring, you could get in a really bad situation with your health if you can't heal it. And I need to stop Sudowoodo from using low kick because it's not doing enough damage. And most things in here are weak to rock type moves, so. On to the third floor. You have to do a certain number of missions before you unlock storyline things. At first I thought it was just a certain number of days, but it turns out that it's actually a certain number of missions. So if you don't actually do missions, you won't do any progressing in the story, I believe. I might not be right on that, but I've been wrong before. In fact, I was wrong last episode about the chestnuts, and speaking of chestnuts, I brought that one in here since there's never any need for one again. If you peel it and eat it, it just fills your belly up a little bit. It's really not a good item, and they're only found in one place and they're used for a quest. So they're never something you'll use again after that point in the game. So feel free to just get rid of them or just eat them like I did. Pupitar. Interesting. We could actually recruit that. Now, second forms are harder to recruit because of them being a second form. I believe that's an item up there. It looks like one. Yep, it's a Graveler Rock. So you'd start finding a lot of more useful items in here as you go on. Like I said, you can find a lot better things in the shops, like different kinds of bands and held items. So there's one in particular, well maybe two in particular that I'm looking for, and I guess we'll hope to find one of those maybe before we finish the main story so I can show it off. Alright, so we're already on the first destination floor. This place is going by pretty quickly. And it's a Noctowl in a hallway again. I really hope all these were just rescue missions and not deliver any items, because I don't have anything this time. I was not thinking. Here's a Chimecho. Astonish makes me cringe, so I believe you can still throw something when you're cringing. Yes, you can. So that's all the damage I could have possibly done. You also can't cringe 2 turns in a row. But slowly getting experience. We might get up as high as 30 by the end of the main story, but I really don't know. Ooh, Swords Dance. Swords Dance again. Well, we gotta kill this guy or he's gonna kill us. That's bad. Okay, we got out of it there. Luckily we were able to hit him. I'm just gonna run away from this one because Swords Dance is, I wouldn't say worse than Leer, but it's pretty bad. Leer's only bad because it can stack on you and millions of enemies can attack you. Here's a Matzelitzer. We're going to move on to 9. Just finish up the missions here really quickly. And here is Snow. So, I believe the minimum number of things, and I'm going to just call them things, for a monster house is 3. But you can't find monster houses in earlier dungeons, even after you've unlocked Uproar Forest. So, let's say a room had 7, it's like items plus water tiles pretty much. If a room had 7, there's still no chance of it being a monster house, because you can't find them in these dungeons. For some reason I thought the stairs were in here, but they weren't. And stairs do not count as things, but remember, you don't have to fight things in monster houses, you can just run away. Unless the stairs are in the monster house, and then you're screwed because you have no choice. Okay, so we're gonna rescue Bird Jesus here. And we use magical power on Bird Jesus there. Got one more floor to go in here. And unfortunately, finding dead ends. Okay, last floor, we got a 10th floor mission here in Mount Freeze. Rescue somebody. I feel like we should go up. Probably gonna be in the room right below us, but I feel good about this and I was right. So that is gonna be Pincer. Rescuing, what was the first one? We got a Noctowl, Pidgeot, and Pincer lost in an ice place. Alright, so now, well, we found a Reviver Seed in the same room, so I'm pretty glad that we continued. We also got a TM for Secret Power, which is an alright move. We got a few floors in here, but I'm going to just cut to the ending, and if we find any more good items, I will let you know when we get our rewards. Alright, so we found our first Iron Thorns, and an interesting thing is when you have missions in the first part of a dungeon and there is a halfway point, you can't finish the dungeon, you have to stop at the halfway point and you get taken back to town. But notice we get 60 points for these. So this is going to be, we had 240 before this and we're going to get 180 from these 3 missions, I believe. Yeah, we get 180 points, so that's going to put us, if my math's right, at 420. Blaze it. Just going to make sure before I do anything. I forgot to save, but we can save here in just a second. Yep, 420. We got 1,916 Poke Dollars to go buy some weed. And in the next episode of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, we're going to do that. So this has been Deacon082, and I'll see you guys next time.